You can now Studio Ghibli anything with ChatGPT, seriously. You can Ghiblify a bottle of ketchup, you can Ghiblify your neighbor, you can Ghiblify anything you want. So that gave me an idea. What if we Ghiblified some of the most popular video game characters of all time? So I saved a bunch of video game characters here. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT to Studio Ghibli this image. Let's see how it turns out. This is kind of like a test for calibration. All right, it's working. We have the goggles so far. I see some bangs here, but Kamen doesn't have any bangs. And look at this, his eyes are getting animated. No longer are they just black pupils staring off into the vast emptiness of the world. So there we go, it worked. Looks like a pretty convincing character to me. I have something in my eye. Now we have Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us. Straight from the video game, not from the TV series. But we can try that. I forgot to tell it to Studio Ghibli the image. Yes, please do. I just posted an image and hoped for good luck. Alright, it's starting to process an image. It's getting started. It looks like there was an error while trying to generate the Studio Ghibli-style version of the image you uploaded. Unfortunately, the image couldn't be processed at this time. Let's re-upload and try again. Here's a different image. Studio Ghiblify it. Ghiblify. Okay, it's processing, and since that was an AVIF file, we are not seeing it right now. And I've actually never played The Last of Us. Look at this, we have Ellie with a sniper rifle. Joel reaching his hand out to the void in front of him. So this is what Joel and Ellie would look like as Studio Ghibli characters. Let's try a picture of them from the TV series. We're going to use this image right here. All right, here it comes, but it looks like the same image for some reason. They're completely different images. One of them is a realistic image and one of them is from a video game. What are you doing, ChatGPT? I want a refund. It just pretty much made the same exact image. All right, let's try that again. Studio Ghiblify this image only. Who said AI was taking our jobs? And it seems to be Studio Ghiblifying the wrong image once again. It's doing it to the first image we used. And there we go. We have two different versions of the same picture for some reason. It looks like ChatGPT runs into issues when you're trying to use AVIF files. So I used another image. I used this image right here. And here's what we ended up with. It worked. We have Pedro Pascal right here, and the girl. So let's check out Miles Morales. I've actually never watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or played any Spider-Man games. I don't know what this brown line indicates right here. Kind of looks like a skid mark. All right, it's making something, and it's looking good. Let's see if it can get this spider symbol right here. And it failed. I wasn't able to generate blah, 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 blah. What's wrong with you, ChatGPT? Let's try again. It almost had it. I can't transform this image into a Studio Ghibli style because it violates our content policies. You're literally copying the artwork from a whole entire anime studio. You crawl content from websites to answer questions with your chatbot here, and you don't give any credit or any impressions to these websites. You steal from everyone. What are you talking about? Let's try this again one more time, but let's say please. Like it almost did it before. I don't know what's happening. Fine, you don't want a Studio Ghibli Miles Morales, you're racist. Lara Croft is pretty epic, so let's see if we can Studio Ghiblify this image. We're going with blocky Lara Croft from like the year 2000. We're playing Tomb Raider on Windows ME. So we started with this right here and we're getting this, gun and all. And there we go, we have Lara Croft from Studio Ghibli. Not really sure what she's supposed to be holding here in either image, but it looks pretty good. What about Master Chief from Halo? So here's what we're starting with, and here's what we're ending up with, a Studio Ghiblified Master Chief. He gained some weight though. All right, let's see if it can make a full body Kratos from God of War in a Studio Ghibli style. It's working so far. I hope this doesn't fail because it looks pretty good. And there we go. There's Kratos from God of War. He looks pretty good. He looks pretty cute. I can see him in a Saturday morning cartoon. Next, we have Link from Zelda, and I want to see how this turns out. Don't fail on me, ChatGPT failed. Here, try this one instead. It knows what Link looks like, and it's scared to touch Nintendo property. All right, we can't make Link, but can we make Kirby? Another Nintendo property. Let's see how it reacts. I can't generate blah, blah, blah. Whatever, ChatGPT. What about Sonic the Hedgehog? Pointing his finger, and we can't create it because content policies, whatever. How about ugly, bad CGI Sonic? Do you guys remember this Sonic right here? Hideous, disgusting. It disturbs me. It doesn't want to make ugly Sonic. No to Link, no to Kirby, no to Sonic, and obviously it's going to be no to Pikachu as well. And that looks like a nope. Now I have Mario here, but I doubt ChatGPT is going to make Mario. We're going to get another content policy issue going on here. All right, so it doesn't want to make Mario. It's not a Mario Maker. But let's see if we can put Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption into a Studio Ghibli movie. So we started with this here mighty fine image of Arthur Morgan. And there's Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2 wearing 2 belts. That's why it's called Red Dead Redemption 2. All right, before we head out of here, I want to see if I can get a close-up of his face. And there we go. I don't know. It's hit or miss. He looks too nice here. So we Studio Ghiblified as many popular video game characters as we could. There's a lot of restrictions, a lot of content policies, which is kind of ironic. And this is what we ended up with. If you want me to try this again with different video game characters, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Smash like and subscribe. I'll see you later.